Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called The Great Pumpkin Contest by Angie Roselar. Mimi and Clara are two cats on a mission. They both want to win the Great Pumpkin Contest this year, but they have two different approaches. One loves to read books and know everything about the project before she begins. The other just gives everything a little bit of a try to see what will work and what might not. And as the day becomes closer, one of them has a very big pumpkin. But will she be able to get it to the festival because it's so big? And if she does, will she win? This really sweet story is great for the autumn and also just for gardeners. So if they are into the idea of growing pumpkins or feeling those fall vibes, this book is great for that. It is especially nice for preschool aged readers because there's not a huge amount of text, but it's just enough to give that narrative structure. And it's also a lot of storytelling about friendship. So a lot of the conflict that young readers may experience with friends, especially in competition like this, even if it is friendly competition, there's a lot of positive modeling in this book for young readers. So the illustrations are especially cute. They have a lot of colors that you associate with the autumn, with gardening, and the characters have really expressive faces as well. Not only the cats, but also their garden friends too. So the story features anthropomorphic cats, and they are doing things like people would do, reading, having tea parties, things like that. But because they are cats, it adds a dynamic that is a little bit more approachable maybe for children because they can see themselves in these characters even if they're not necessarily human. The end papers also are really nice because they start with those little seedlings and end up as pumpkins. So as you're going through the story, you can kind of talk about how plants grow, how you have to start early and you have to have lots of sunlight, and whether reading books or just trying things might be better or worse. So there's lots of opportunity to discuss gardening with young readers, to talk about how pumpkins grow through the year, and to talk about the friendship that comes about even when there might be a little bit of light competition. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.